Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to talk about vacation journaling. I recently went on vacation and we went on a road trip. My daughter graduated from college, and when she did, we had to bring all of her stuff back to our town, and so we decided rather than flying to where she was, which was a long ways away, I think we did a total of can't remember how many thousands of miles we put on our car. I want to say it was like over 4,000 miles on our car in a period of 2 weeks. So I wanted to journal that and have a fun journaling it, but I did not want to take my big kit of journaling stuff, because even if you're going in a car, you don't have a lot of room. You might have a little bit more than if, say, you're flying to Europe or somewhere, because you're a little bit more limited in what you could carry. But even in my car, I didn't have a ton of room, so I wanted to be sure that I could get everything that I would need for my journaling while I was gone, and that's what we're going to show you today. Now, the first thing that I did is, rather than using my normal journal that I use, my Close to My Heart one, I took my Foxy. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing you the Foxy because I have done that. You've seen all of the inserts and things that I have in there, but what I am going to show you is what I used for this trip. So, when I open it up, and this is the A7 Classic, I believe. But the first thing that I did is I did my vacation journal, and this was the craft book from Midori. I think it's a 014 insert, I can't remember. And then I covered it with Close to My Heart paper, and I put Vacation 2016. And then at the beginning of my book, I just put a little sticker that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby. And then I started my planning prep. This little journal became kind of my everything. The only thing I still have to put in it is I want to print up some pictures and put it in. Even though it's not my scrapbook, I do want to have a few pictures in my journal. So this was my to-do list of things that we needed to do before we left. These were the things that I wanted to make sure we each had packed. Things that we needed to buy before we left. And this probably should have been much longer, but anyway. And then I started packing. And each day I just said different things that we did. I pretty much set up each day as a day in review. I use this Close to My Heart, and I'll show you these stamp sets in a bit. And I use washi tape, and I'll show more of that and what I put in. Now, the other thing that I did is I did every day, I kind of said what we did, just like I would in a journal. So it's down here, stop number 1. This was coming home. We stopped in Tennessee, and we ate dinner at the Cracker Barrel. And then I journaled what we did that day. And then throughout it, I used stickers and different things. So this is how I journaled while I was gone. Now, when I pull my photos, I will be able to look back and say, oh, that's right, this is where we were, or this is what we were doing. So that's the first thing that we did. Now, as we go further, we'll see some of the things that I packed inside of my inserts to prepare for the trip. I packed some different cards. These are Picture My Life. Some of them may even be Project Life. I didn't really care what brand they were. I just packed what I thought was applicable for my trip. I packed some business cards in here for my YouTube channel, so in case I needed it. Now, in here, I started putting in the tickets and things that I want to include. Some of them I've included in my journal, but some of them I will save for scrapbooking. So as I collected those things, I put them in here so that I had them in a safe place. And then there's a few more cards that I had in here for my trip. And then I packed more stickers, and I just went through the stickers that I had already and decided, okay, this one will be good for my trip. I might use them, I might not, but I want to have a good collection without taking a ton of stuff. And then this little packet of stickers we'll talk about later. I didn't have anything in here. These were some of my other inserts. And then here are some more stickers that I purchased before leaving so that I would have them. I had picked these up actually. I think I picked these up at Joann's. I'm not sure where I got all of these. They're just some that I picked up, some of them before and some of them while I was on my trip, so that I would have them for my trip. Then I had in my credit card holder, I had some, I had only 3 cards of washi, and I tried to choose things that I thought I would want for vacation type journaling. And then I cut apart some other stickers that I used and put on the other side so that I would have more stickers. So you can see how compactly everything fit in here. And then in the back I had 3 more journaling or 3 more cards of washi. So I had plenty of washi and it all fit nicely inside my Foxy. So that's where I did my work. Now I did take my bullet journal with me just because there were some things that I did in my bullet journal, even though a lot of things I didn't do. For instance, you know, a lot of my chores that I do daily, you know, or should be doing daily, you know, like cleaning the bathrooms and those kind of things. I just put a V in those boxes so that I had that. So those were all packed nicely. And then to pack my items up, I pulled this, my original, this is where I originally, once I really started getting into the journaling and those kind of things, I purchased this at just Target. It was just a makeup bag. I got this in the makeup bag section. But I had packed this to go with me, and this is really good on the go packing. So the first thing that I had inside of this was my pen case. Now, my pen case is quite a bit fuller now than it was on my trip, simply because I ran across all of these pens from peachycheap.com. So those weren't with me. So I'm going to take those out so you can see how nicely everything fit. So when you open, and I haven't unpacked most of this from vacation yet, so you'll be able to see pretty much exactly how I had it packed. So in the top one, I had 2 stamp. These are the Tim Holtz acrylic blocks that are thinner, so I put those in here. I had an extra Tombow just in case I would need it. I had 2 more rolls of washi because I haven't put these close to my heart ones on cards yet, so I had that. I had 1 of these little journaling jots, which I don't think I even used. I believe this one is from, I can't even remember. And I had a few little sticky notes in here, and then I had my VersaFine. Now what I found is that the VersaFine bled through more than I would have liked. So while I was gone, I probably purchased something else, which you will see, but it still all fit in here nicely. Now it depended on the day and what I was doing. Always while I was on my trip, my bullet journals fit right in here. And then most of the time I just set my pens right here. And sometimes it was my pens that I set in here, sometimes it was my Foxy. They didn't both fit, but whichever one didn't fit, it was the only item for journaling that wouldn't fit. So this is a really good way to pack for vacation. Now, while we were gone, when I discovered how much bleed through I was going to get, I went to Hobby Lobby and I ran across these pigment stamps, and I thought, well, maybe pigment stamps wouldn't bleed through quite as much. And so I picked these up, and they were actually half off, so I got them for $5.99 for both of them. And so that gave me a little bit of versatility in having my stamps. So I had those along the way. I took this package of flip flaps from Close to My Heart, which I didn't end up using. Yeah, I did use one. These are some stamp pads that I took. These are the Hero Arts, oh, I can't even remember what they're called, but they're the Hero Arts ones, but they had more bleed through than I liked as well, so that's why I pulled that. That's why I purchased the others. And this, just a little extra ruler. I had my Tombow, some stickers, and my scissors right there. And then again, as I said, I had my journal here, and then in here I had this just packed full. I purchased some of these while I was gone. So I cut them in half so they would fit in there. I had some family stickers because we were doing a lot of family stuff. So I had travel, family, and graduation because that's what we were going for. These are just some that I've had for quite a while and they fit in there nicely. And then these are the graduations. This was a 2 or 3 pack that came in there. So I picked those up on the trip. Some of them I had. And then when I package my stamps up, I combine packages. So this was a stamp set that I used, and this I believe is a retired stamp set. Or this is part of the art booking maybe collection. Yes, this actually comes with art booking, so you can get that. And then I had some other journaling stamps, and I just stuffed them all together so they would be right at hand. And I did the same thing in here. There are 2 or 3 little sets of stamps in here and here. And then this was just a little stencil that I picked up because it was on clearance while I was gone. So all of this packed in here nicely. Let's put it all back, and just so you can see exactly how well everything fit together, so that I literally just had to take one thing, well, 2 things with me in my bag, and everything fit so nicely. So I just zip that up, put this in here. Now if I wanted my Foxy to be protected, what I would do is I would set my Foxy in here just like that, and you'll see that everything in here will still zip. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise. This is a little bit further. For journaling on the go. So I had this and my pens, and I was good to go. So come up with ways to have your vacation. So you have your little vacation on the go little kit ready to go for your vacation. I know summer vacations are coming soon, and probably some of you have some fabulous vacations planned, and you really want to have your journaling stuff with you. So this is just some tips. Now the next time I go on a long trip, I am going out of the country for a medical mission, and I will even be more limited in what I can take. So come back in a few months and I will talk to you about how I made that trip as compact as possible but still have the items I need. It's going to be interesting. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.